globally, the world is becoming a lot more concerned about the environment. And with iron ore, the higher the iron content, and plus the type of iron ore, so pellets versus lumps versus fines, the less emissions that are generated per ton of steel. So the reason that is that with the higher iron content, instead of putting energy in to burn a silica or some sort of waste product, you're putting it into just making the steel itself. Our conversations are going extremely well with large steel mills and global trading houses towards an offtake agreement. So what I mean by offtake is that we will agree with the large steel mill to sell the first 4 million tons of production over the initial 17 years of mine life at a discount to what the market price is in exchange for them making a large investment towards project construction. We have some groups that are located outside of Asia that are not impacted by the spread of the coronavirus, unfortunately, and those groups are progressing at a very good rate. However, we also do have some groups within Asia that are impacted and will take a little bit more time to complete their due diligence because they do want to come to site, and at this point in time, that's not possible. So overall, things are progressing really well, but it may take an extra month or two. So black iron is making a 68% pellet feed as our product, which is in the top 4% of all iron ore globally. So again, very, very positive in terms of making steel, which is required for just so many things in everyday life, from utensils through to transportation, but in a more environmentally friendly, more sustainable manner. And again, being the pellet feed, it also further reduces emissions. Our location in Ukraine is also quite good because where a lot of the new growing demand for pellet feed is coming from is the Middle East, and Ukraine is just around the corner from there. Black Iron has several major milestones it's going to deliver on that are just game-changing for the company and for our shareholders this year. The first one is going to be that offtake agreement. We're literally just a couple months away from having that done. And when we bring in a multi-billion-dollar company, it can't help but change the share price. Right on the back of that, we're going to secure land that's required for construction of our tailings and our waste rock. Just prior to the holiday seasons, I did sign a memorandum of understanding with Ukraine's Minister of Defense, and now we're looking to sign a binding contract. Once that's done, the next big milestone towards the end of this year will be our debt financing for construction, followed by very early into 2021, start of construction. The biggest differentiator with black iron, even though there's a lot of stocks right now that are getting beaten up, in part because of the coronavirus, also because of Russia and Saudi Arabia having disagreements on the production of oil, is that in black iron's case, our net present value after tax with a 10% discount rate, so really the future value of our company, is 1.4 billion US using very conservative long-term iron ore price of $62. Iron ore today trades at around 90, and that compares to our market cap of only about 12 million Canadian or 9 million US. So this isn't like going from a share price of say 7-8 cents to 20 cents. This is like having multiples of that number. It's like going from 9 million to 1.4 billion. So it really differentiates black iron also from any other iron ore investments that people could be looking at, is with iron ore, to be successful, it's all about proximity to major infrastructure. How far are you away from railways, power lines, ports, and skilled labor? In our case, the company's mine site is located only 2 kilometers away from the government railway, where we've secured capacity. High voltage power lines run right beside that rail, and that takes you to 5 different ports. So we're not building any big infrastructure. And what we are building is all done from a city of around 700,000 people, only 8 kilometers away, where skilled workers make a fraction of what they do in other places around the world.